Welcome to the XFDA Podcast number 14. We're flying through these. My name's Gunbelt. This is Pixie the Quick. This is Brad the Quick. And our special guest, Gabe Garrett. The one and only Gabe Garrett. How you doing, Gabe?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Hey, how did you shoot today?
I did really well today. I was real happy. I wound up finishing second place.
Good, yeah.
Nice.
You didn't mention that I beat you.
Yeah, and I got beat by number one.
Number one. So, Gabe, tell us, how did you get in the XFDA? How did it come about? Tell us a bit about your life and all that with the XFDA.
Well, in 2011, I retired, and I just wasn't ready to sit down on the front porch and do nothing. I was 53 years old at the time, and I was watching Discovery Channel one day, and there was a fast shooter on there, a trick shooter. I don't remember which one it was at the moment. I thought, that looks pretty interesting, and I've always liked to shoot, and I thought, I'll search around and find a club where I can shoot at, and I did, and that was with North Texas, up in Gainesville.
Gainesville, yeah.
That's where I started.
Just down the road from here.
Gainesville Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, about the XFDA, where did that all start?
We had a shoot at DFW, and we were shooting in another organization, and I want to say three of us, but Kid Curry and Brad got together and decided they wanted to start another organization, and I happened to be asked by these two to help out, and I said yes, and now you've seen how much we've grown.
Well, at the time, though, the reason why you got involved in it, because at the time, you were president of DFW Gunslingers.
Yes,
so
correct.
As our club migrated towards XFDA, of course, Gabe just came with it.
Right.
And then later on, that's when Gabe ended up moving to Arkansas, starting his club, and then Gunbelt became president of DFW Gunslingers.
Right.
So.
Yes.
Right. So that's how you become a founder, with helping out and all that.
It was Kid Curry and Brad.
Yeah.
They approached me, and I thought that sounded like a great idea. It sounded like the way they wanted to shoot everything was really cool, and so I was on board.
So tell us, you've got your own club going, and you're going to have a shoot. Tell us about this shoot you got coming up.
Okay, it's a point shoot. It's 1st through 5 on the men's, 1st through 5 on the women's, fastest shot, and it's going to be cash and trophies.
Right.
And it's July 13th and 14th in Mountain View, Arkansas. The building that we have is air conditioned. I believe it's like 40 by 110. It's a huge building. And Mountain View is just a beautiful little town up there. I think if anybody would come, they would really enjoy being there.
Right. Right, nice. Well,
It is beautiful up there.
Yeah. Well, I've signed up to go to it, and we got a little Airbnb or something that's near there. You know them Airbnbs you got around there?
I know the one that you're at, and there's some cabins downtown that were built, I'm going to say, within the last 6 years. So they're still fairly new, and they're right off the square. But there's all kinds of other ones down there, but those two in particular I know are nice.
Right. And you got some sponsors, haven't you?
I've got you as a sponsor.
Rock On Framing.
And Brad Quick. He's a sponsor. And my wife's, the man that owns the company that my wife works for. Right. He's sponsored. And one of the ladies that has one of the Airbnbs sponsored.
Great.
Oh,
well, that's
nice.
good.
Cool.
And this is going to be one of your first shoot, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, good. How did you do at Texas 66 last week?
I was so far down I couldn't see the top, but I didn't finish last. That's the good thing about it.
That's always a plus.
How did you do, Pixie? Tell us about what you done there.
I ended up 4th place, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Had a little rough start, but I pushed through, and I blew my own mind. I was excited because the second day I wasn't expecting to do very well, but I ended up winning all rounds that second day, and I came in fourth. So yes,
The comeback girl.
Did you get a trophy and did you get a concho?
I was one away from the contra.
That sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
What about you, Brad? Tell us about your experience there.
I got second place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good shoot.
That's good.
Yeah, I had a good shoot. It's a fun time. It was a fun time. No
Yeah.
matter what place you get, you have fun.
Amarillo always puts on a good shoot.
They
do. Yeah. I ended up being in the shootout for the top 10, but I flunked. I was out. I just fell apart out there,
It happens to all of us.
I knew I wasn't shooting well there. I hope I was going to be shooting well, but I wasn't.
For only being a year and a half into it, you're doing pretty well.
Well,
I noticed one thing. I was looking at the leaderboard the other day, and me and my wife, Pixie, were both in 5th place.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're right there together, baby. Way to go.
Yeah.
Don't give me a high five. Who's going to leave me hanging there? Crap.
Yeah, in the points, I think I'm down to 7th or 8th, something
7th
like that.
or 8th.
right?
Well, at least
Yeah.
you're in top 15.
Yeah, I should be able to.
That's what's good about that.
I should be able to keep there. What do you think about the podcast last week? Because we stood back. Did you watch that, Gabe?
I hadn't had a chance to see that one yet with the shoot last week, and then things I've got going on here at my house in Ponder.
Right. It was a very good podcast. I mean, Sassy and Jesse done well interviewing.
Yeah.
I can't speak.
Kid
Kid
Curry and
Curry
Winona Earp.
and Winona Earp. And it was
Yes.
very informative. It was good.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good one.
There was a lot of knowledge there about what was happening and what they was all talking about. It was a real good podcast.
I agree.
So, anyway, what about you, Sassy? Where'd you see yourself
Sassy.
coming in world?
Pixie.
Sassy, Pixie. Every time I look at her, I think Sassy. And when I look at Pixie, I look at Sassy. You get that a lot, don't you?
Yes, I do. We both get it. Sassy gets it, and I get it.
So, where'd you see yourself in the world?
Oh, I hope to be. I would like to be number one,
Yeah.
but I'm just going to do the best that I can.
That's all you can do.
What about you, Brad?
I'm going to try to win it again. I won it last year. I'm going to try to win it again. Number 1 in the world.
What about you, Gabe?
I'm going to be there, and I'm going to do the best I can, and hope that I can get in the top 30, but I won't make the top 15.
Right.
I
Now,
don't
there's
have
been a
enough
lot of
votes.
questions asked about Worlds if you're eligible to shoot at Worlds. Before, it was when you had 10 points. We've done away with that. If you have 1 point, you're eligible to come to Worlds. So if you have been to a XFDA shoot, you are eligible to come to Worlds.
Yeah. Absolutely. 1 point. It makes it's more sensible.
Well,
This
yeah.
way
Way
more
doesn't-
sensible.
Well,
doesn't
I
push
was
it.
questioning that last week because
Right.
I didn't know for sure how many points I was going to wind up with.
Now, if you have 1 point, you're good to go.
Right.
We want everyone to come to Worlds.
Hey, Gabe,
Yes, sir.
tell everybody how me and you originally met.
Was it 2011 or 2012? I can't remember what year it
I
was.
think it was 11, yeah.
I believe Gunbelt was having a party, a company party for employee, or was it a
For employees.
Yeah, it was an
like,
employee
it was
deal.
like a fundraiser and for employees.
right? And he wanted some gunfighters to come down and do a little shootout. And Skagway Sam and me, El Pistolero and Lightning Jesse, we all come down and did a shootout. But the real trick about this is Gunbelt still has the video
Yeah.
on his camera from when we did that.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That is, yeah, that's really cool.
And it was,
That's like
it
a
was-
time capsule.
Yeah, it was fun.
'Cause you're pretty old.
Well, we had like a movie company come down here, didn't we, and film it? Do you
Yeah.
remember? They come here and film with a drone, and they
Oh,
had
that's neat.
cameras in here and everything.
Oh, it
They-
was a great,
professional
great
video.
thing. Enjoyed it 100%.
That was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Of course, back then I had a little hair on top of my head too.
Take your hat off, Gabe. Show them what it looks like.
No, we're not going to do that.
Come on.
Didn't want to blind everybody.
I don't like having hair.
Huh?
I don't like having hair. I like shaving it because it's like You can get ready for church faster.
Well, that's
You gotta
true.
comb your hair.
You can. My wife started making me pull mine back, though. She said it was getting too shaggy looking.
Like a shaggy dog.
It's a bit like Bullet Bob when he takes his hat off. It's so unexpected. Sorry, Bob. Every time I walk past him, he's got to say, Bob, do me a favour, put that hat back on.
People ask me to do that a lot.
So we got some other shoots coming up, haven't we? We got Colorado.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You going to Colorado?
I believe I am, yeah.
Good.
I know I am.
I know I won't be there. Brad, are you going?
No, I have a wedding.
Oh yeah, I remember you guys talking about that. And then after that it's Wells.
And
Yeah,
you're
so
going
that's
to
what-
leave me out there all by myself.
All
Well,
by
I mean,
yourself.
I'm sure Kid Curry will be going. You know,
The other officers will be there. Kid Curry and Jim will be there.
Jim will
Kid
probably
Carey
be
and Jim's
there.
going to be there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you'll be fine.
Yeah, they said they was going. And then we've got some new matches on the website, haven't we?
Some new what?
Some new shoots coming up on the website.
Oh, yeah.
You put two up the other
We
day,
just
didn't you?
updated them, yeah. I put
Yeah.
some new shoots up. We got, well, you mean talking about Texas State and stuff for next year and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Next
Yeah.
year we got the new flyer up for Texas State, North Texas State, and that's going to be, of course, Johnny Law's club, the Fence Riders. The Fence Riders, they're putting that shoot on. And then what other one did we put up here?
You put two for the Texas 66 for next year,
Texas
and for
66.
26.
Huh?
And for 26.
And for 26.
to secure
And
it.
then, of course, we got Arkansas coming. That's this year.
Yeah,
What
that's
about
the
your
state.
shoot? What one are you holding?
I'm going to hold, I got to get my flyer up. Next year for 25, DFW Gunslingers is going to be hosting District 1
Right.
shoot. That's what we're hosting.
The state.
No, District 1. Johnny Law is hosting Texas State, North Texas. And then, of
Okay.
course, you got down south, Delta Whiskey and Amber's Club hosting the
Right.
South Texas one again.
Right.
And well, I think we're going to be holding nationals here.
And Nationals
But
here.
we've got to work out the
again.
date. We don't know exactly what date that is, but we're going to work on that.
And we're
Well,
still
yeah.
working out a date for Tombstone, right?
Yeah, I gave her a call and she's got to call me back. So I should definitely have a date for that Monday
Okay.
so we can get that set in
And
stone.
I believe, and I don't know if it's been scheduled yet or not, it may have already been scheduled. I think I'd like to do a district shoot
Yeah,
next year.
Okay.
So,
That would be one.
yeah.
yeah, District
So
1.
you'd be hosting a District 1 next year.
That's what I
fine.
wanted to make sure that it hadn't already been taken. But yeah, I would like to hold the District 1.
Well, I'm hosting one District 1 next year.
Yeah, but Texas is a big state.
I tell you what, you only host one District 1 for the district. If Gabe wants to host it next year, let him have it. I don't mind.
What about Jackasses? Is it?
He's state.
He's state.
Yeah.
He's state.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well.
And this year he's hosting just a 20-point shoot. Next year he can host a district shoot.
Right.
And I'll host a 20-point shoot.
Yep. Well, we're working on it, and we're
We'll
getting
work
them
that
up
out.
there and
Right.
see what's going on.
Yeah, originally I wanted to do a district this year, but Oklahoma had already done it.
They already did it.
You called
That's
me and
right.
said, well, wait a minute, you can't do a
I
district.
know.
Right.
So,
While I'm looking, this cup in front of me, these cups are flying out the door.
I need to get one.
We can't get our hands on enough of them. They're being sold left, right, and centre. They're
I like
got
the
them in
hats.
yellow, black, blue, pink. I think purple, grey. There's all sorts. So if you want one at the next shoot, I mean, I know you can get them online on our store, but
XFDA merch store.
we normally bring them with us. So if you want
And
one,
these
then
hats
grab
here
'em.
they're selling, I've got three hats now. I love these hats.
Yeah.
They're the
Good.
old 112 Richardson. Great hats. I love them.
Got to go on xfdapro.com.
Pro.com. That's
Yeah.
it. So, Gabe, let me ask you, how do you think the XFDA is growing at the moment? Do you think it's going well?
oh yeah, this thing, it took off. I've told Brad
Yeah,
more than once, this thing has just exploded. I didn't think we'd be this big in 4 or 5 years, or 5 or 6 years, let alone where we're at now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just unimaginable how much it's grown and everybody loving the sport.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And as it's growing, we have a few kinks, don't we, that we have to work out.
That's with anything.
And we work them out as quick as we can.
Yes, we do. And
You
that's
know.
just growing pains.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
all
have
it
you
is.
got anything else to say, Gabe?
No, it's been a pleasure. I
Yeah.
appreciate you all asking me to be on the podcast, and
Well,
We're
thank
glad.
you. And I hope to see everybody in Arkansas in July.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
we're
might
glad
see
to have
you might see the range going down the road Monday because you're dragging it to your shooting.
There you go. Yep. Yep. I'm heading
So
it that way.
if you see that big trailer with XFDA on it and Pixie and Brad, give Gabe a wave.
Give him a holler.
Yep. Give me
Poke
that.
at 'em.
Yep.
Throw something at him. Throw your drink out the window at him.
Hey,
That's what I would do.
Before we go, let me ask about your wife, Kelly. She gets involved with the XFDA. She does the scorekeeping and that for you, didn't she? She
Yes,
helps out.
she has for quite a while, and then for a while she kind of took a break, but now she's back into it. She's loving it. So
Yeah. Well, we appreciate her help when she comes and scores.
Definitely.
It's a big help.
Yes.
You know.
well, she appreciates you for all trusting her
Right,
to do
well-
it.
Well, she made the original scoring system for XFDA when we first started out.
Really?
Out of
Yeah.
Excel.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Kelly did.
Yeah, she did everything by hand to make sure that the same shooters wouldn't shoot against each other.
Yep.
And she had to do it all by hand because there wasn't an original program on the computer for her to do that way.
That's
Right.
challenging.
So
She did
Very.
amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, when we speak about hiccups, we had a little hiccup last weekend at Texas 66 with the computer.
and
Or
it's going to happen.
that tournament scheduler, and it all had to be done by hand, and there was a lot of people working hard to do it.
Yes,
Right.
it was.
It was hard.
And shout out to your Kelly. She
Yeah,
done a
Kelly,
fantastic
she's great.
job.
Doing
Yes.
So
Yep,
Very
they
good, very
they
good.
worked hard. They had their faces in
great.
that paper all the time.
oh yeah,
Do we want to talk about anything new coming out, like bullets or?
sensors.
Well, you know, the sensors are going well.
You've sold a few of those, haven't you?
They're selling. We're getting orders all the time, and I'm mailing them out. The new light should be here within the week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got the new light coming out. So,
I saw the diagram.
yeah, you see the diagram?
He showed me.
But that still won't be for a little while to be released because obviously it's going to be tested and tested and tested.
Right.
And once he releases the light, then he's going to get on the timer boxes.
Good.
And then after that, there'll be the displays.
Well,
So
I've got
it's
to
a
buy. I've
process.
got to buy all of it. So
Right.
I'm gonna kind of hold off while I'm getting things going.
Right.
And get them as they come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
through
And then
y'all.
our bullet shells. You want to go into that yet?
Yeah, we can go into them shows. Tell them about them, Brad.
What we got is, XFDA is going to have our own bullets coming out, or shells.
Yeah, shells.
And on the side of the shells, on the side of the shell, it's going to have XFDA. So you'll know, what bullets come from XFDA. It'll say XFDA right on the side. It's going to be laser engraved into the side of the bullet.
Yeah, and not only that, if you special order, you can have your alias put on the side
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
There you go.
Of a 100 count bullet set, your
Yeah.
alias.
Yeah.
We could even do alias on one side and XFDA on the other,
Right.
if you want to.
Yep. And like we said, our sensors that go out, they're $30 a piece, and it's free shipping, or you can pick them up at our mobile store. Same as the shells. We're still working on the shells. It's going to be a couple of weeks till you have them out, isn't it?
We got to get some kinks worked out on that.
Right.
We got to get the right stuff ordered to make them.
Yeah. So that's exciting. I'm looking
Very
forward,
exciting.
for that. You going to
It's
have
a
your
learning
name on your
experience.
shells, Pixie?
I might.
Hers are going to be pink.
I'm gonna have my gun engraved with my name on it. I know that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, something else I'll be doing is once I get this little thing down, I'll be doing some gun engraving if some people want that done. Laser.
That'd be great.
After you practice for a while, I'll
A
talk to you.
lot. Well, I've already got it down. It's just getting I need to get an infrared 40 watt
Yeah.
laser. What I need to get. The one I have now ain't doing it. It's only 10 watt. So we got to upgrade some stuff. Once we do that, we're set.
Yeah.
It's all in the CAD system. And
It's
so it is.
exciting.
Yeah.
Very
exciting.
exciting. It's a learning experience.
The other thing is, I thought just let you know, I spoke to Tin Can the other day. Tin Can, lovely guy. He's so
Great
helpful.
guy.
He's a great guy. But I spoke to him about holsters that maybe that he's had sent back for some reason, or stuff he's made and he doesn't sell. He said that he'd let us have belts and holsters that he's got, and he's got quite a lot. And he said that we can put them on the mobile store and sell them. So people can try them and see what they're all about. You know what I mean? They're not going to be as expensive as one he custom makes, but this is stuff that he's willing to let go.
Yeah.
Right.
So, because you know what it's like when you want a tin can, you got to go on a waiting list. It's as simple as that, because they're being so busy. You know.
That's great for new shooters getting into it.
Exactly.
That wants a rig now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what's good about that.
Yeah, it might not be to what your liking is, but at least you're getting a tin can.
That's right.
And you can see what they're all about, because
Right. Get acclimated to what you need.
right,
Go from there.
Without the wait list.
Well, that and it's you got to get used to a holster, and once you get
Right.
used to it, you're not really willing to go to another holster. So
Right.
if you can get it right off the bat, get acclimated to it, like Pixie said.
Yeah,
That's the way to go.
right. So that's exciting. So we'll have another, something else for the mobile shop that we've got going on here.
Definitely.
And then, of course, we're probably going to add JLH, Johnny Law holsters to it.
Yeah.
I call it JLH, Johnny Law holsters.
Yeah, start making them, Johnny. We want to
Yeah,
get
Johnny.
them on now. Yeah.
Quit being busy being a cop all the time, will you? You got more important things to do than patrol the streets of Gainesville.
Exactly. We'll even let him bring his dog to the
That's
shoot.
right.
As long as it don't bark.
Yeah.
So we got anything else, guys?
Not off the top of my head.
No, you
Not
got
for
nothing,
Not
Pixie?
for now. No.
No. Brad?
No. No.
Nothing.
All I can say is thanks again for inviting me
Yeah.
on the podcast today.
Anytime,
Glad you're here,
Gabe. It's
Gabe.
always exciting to talk to you. You know what I mean? You're
Gabe's
a
been
good
a
guy.
buddy of mine for how many years? We've been a long
Time.
8,
When
9
did you start
years.
shooting?
8, 9 years. 9 years ago.
Was
Well,
it
then probably pretty much since
2015
his
or-
beginning.
Yeah.
I roofed your house back about 9 years ago.
Yeah,
how
he
we-
roofed the house over in Ponder for me.
We
That
both
was right
started
after
out.
we met.
We both started out in NTSC,
Yep.
which
Right.
was the Gainesville Club,
Yep.
and then
North
later
Texas.
on, me and Cassie started
We were at the original spot off of
off 35 on the side of the
Right.
highway.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was awesome. They had a old school front, like the town was built in that area, and all the women dressed up. And what's funny, as I remember before I even started shooting, we were on a trip up to Iowa, and I remember going on 35 up, and I looked over to the left, and I'm like, oh, what's going on over there? All the people there, all the women are dressed up all pretty. That looks so fun. I want to go check that out. And I didn't think nothing of it. And then a couple of years later, we ended up at that very location
Wow.
shooting fast draw.
And if you don't, if you go too fast, you won't see it. So
Yeah.
That's one thing I want to say, and I know this person watches the podcast all the time, and that's you, Ruckus. We need you up here. We want to see you
Yeah.
up here, Ruckus.
come on, Ruckus.
I've asked him so many times, and he's another one. He's always got to work, or he's
Yeah.
got a
Come on,
family event,
Ruckus.
which we understand. But
Sure.
let's work it out, buddy, because we'd love to have you up here. You've probably got a lot of stories. We want to
Yeah.
talk about your shooting, and and then everything you're doing, in a daily life. He's an interesting guy.
Yes, he is.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And just the stuff he's been through.
Yes. Amazing.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. That is unbelievable.
Yep.
Well, all right. I think we're gonna.
Everybody have a happy Father's Day
Yeah,
tomorrow. Happy
Father's
Father's Day
Day.
to all
Happy
you
Father's
dads
Day.
out there.
Yeah. Happy
My
Father's
dad,
Day.
happy Father's Day, Papa Quick. I love you.
And if your wife asks you what you want to do, you tell them you want to shoot.
There you go.
Well, he can't shoot for another 3 weeks. My dad can because he just had that hernia operation. But yet he's working in the yard.
How's he
though.
doing? How's he doing? Is he
He's
doing
working in the yard.
Oh.
It's like nothing. He doesn't realize you're supposed to take it easy. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. Right.
That's how my dad is.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys coming on. Brad, thank you. Pixie, thank you. And
Thank you.
especially to Gabe.
Thank you very much for having me.
And good. And hopefully we'll see you, Ruckus, here sometime. But Remember, they need to visit.
XFDApro.com.
There you go.
Check it
Okay,
out.
guys, thank you very much, and we'll catch you later.